G'day, legends. How are we? We're doing good. Hell yeah, good to see yous. I got a new haircut the other day. What do yous reckon? Thank you. Validation goes a long way. Tell you what, though, it doesn't help with the lesbian accusations. Most of us would have met someone like this before, right? The first time they'll introduce themselves, they'll go, "Hi. My name's Nanette. My pronouns are she, they. I suffer from anxiety, depression, ADHD, puberty, and autism." Now imagine if I introduce myself and the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, "Hi, my name's Caleb. If I drink too much milk, I'll shit my pants." I'm a 28-year-old man with braces. My life is wonderful. These fuckers cost me 30 grand, so I'm going to show them off. The other day after a gig in Brunswick, me and my comedian mates went to a pub afterwards, and I was talking to this chick at the bar. She was a typical Brunswick type, you know, with the bangs to here, green hair, key rings in the face. And she was talking about all the things she's into, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm really into like climate change, feminism, and body positivity." And I thought, oh, I'm a shoo-in here. So I'll tell you one thing, this body needs some positivity. And I went to make my move, and I put my arm around her, and then she turned to all of her girlfriends and just went, "Ew! The guy with braces just tried to make a move on me." I was absolutely shocked. I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what to say. All I could think to muster was, "Hey, you can't say that. That's bracist." I do want to thank you guys for coming out, because I used to run an open mic in a kebab shop on Chapel Street. So you guys coming out, this is grouse. This makes me feel like I've sold out Rod Laver Arena. And because of that, my mental health is fucked. So I had to get a prescription for my antidepressants the other day. And I like to do it over telehealth, like via Zoom, because I don't like sitting in the doctor's office with all the sneezing, coughing, dying old people. And I was on Zoom, and I got an African doctor, and she was from Uganda. Are you guys familiar with the Ugandan accent? For those who don't know, that is the "why are you gay" accent. So I had an African auntie doing my whole mental health check, going down the checklist, going, "Caleb, why are you depressed? What gives you anxiety? You are gay." It's tough, man. It's tough. I used to work for Centrelink in Frankston. I thought I recognised some of this. But my job was I was a job provider coach. Do you, the audience, think that I could help you guys get a job? No. I got fired in 2 months, dude. I sucked. I was so bad. My whole job working at Centrelink was telling the unemployed that sitting at home, smoking weed, playing video games and masturbating all day is a bad idea. I was this close to being on the other side of that desk, brother. I was like, "And you get paid fortnightly? Let's sign up, bro. Let's go. I can buy heaps of V-Bucks with that, dude. Let's go." But in Frankston, as many of us will know, 90% of our clientele were the Eshays. You guys are familiar with these guys, the rat-tailed Nike shoes. They're like, the attitude you can hear before they walk in a room. "Oh yeah, fucking yeah." They've got the energy of a stabby seagull. That's what they've got going for them. And one of my favourite clients, he came in. So normally, right, you know how on your paperwork, say your name's Melissa, you put your name down as Mel. Say your name's Lachlan, you put your name down as Lockie. This guy's name was Damon, and he put his preferred name down as Damo. What a fucking weapon. And on the next page, they'd have to write down their 3 most likely jobs they could do. So normally, say it'd be like customer service, working in a bar, labouring. Something straightforward, easy like that, right? I turned the page. And I was assaulted with nothing else but 3 capital letters. Just CEO. I was like, mate, what's going on here, brother? And he was leaning back in his chair and his eyes were a bit squinty because he had a few cones before coming in. And he was like, you got to go for the job you want, not the one you'll get, brother. I was like, mate, you're on Centrelink. You don't even want a job, cunt. Oh, jeez. But the next week he came in, he did write down, I want to kill myself. So, a bit of a duality there. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that line whilst you guys there. That's right. That's a lesson for the new guys. Don't do that. But I just did. Yeah, I'll tell you this one last yarn, then I'll get out of here. You guys have been lovely. You can probably tell I used to get in trouble a lot in school. I think there's a few of us here as well, the comedians as well, always got that report card. Easily distracted and distracts others. Whoop, there we go. Easily distracted. All right, are we on? All right. Easily distracted and distracts others around them. I think the microphone had the same report. But yeah, it all started my first day at kinder. So there was this kid, he was hogging the trains. Anyone here grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine? That was the shit, bro. That was the best. Fat controller. White helicopter. It was the best, man. And this kid, he was hogging the trains. He wouldn't even give me Percy or the red one. So I did the only logical thing a 3-year-old could do at the time. And that was, I went to bite him. Only problem was he stuck his ass in my face. And I drew blood. So my first week of kinder was spent in inter-school suspension. Now I know it's not a great joke. It's a shit story. And a fuck's way to end my set. But what I'm trying to say is there's a 28-year-old man out there somewhere that has a bite mark scar on his ass from yours truly. And I do gigs all over Melbourne. I'm just trying to find him. Anyone here have a bite mark scar on their ass? Nah, well, I've got to go find him. My name's Kaileb Hyland. You've just been Frankston. Thank you very much.
Kaileb Hyland, ladies and gentlemen.